2, 1.
Fly pot, right?
Fly pot. Do we all have to do it together?
You can.
Okay, let's do it together. 3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome back to the Fly Malaysia Music Podcast. Today, I'm hanging out with Singapore's Yearners of the Month. I've got AbangSapau and ALYPH.
Yo.
Ooh la 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 la, you make my heart go boom bada bada. You make my heart go boom bada bada. You make my heart go boom bada bada. Yeah. Ooh la 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 la, you make my heart go boom bada bada. You make my heart go boom bada bada. You make my heart go boom bada bada. Yeah.
Well, this is your first interview in KL, right? Ever?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you nervous? Are you worried?
Excited, man. It's a new vibe.
I saw a podcast that you did, I think in Singapore, and I thought you're a great yapper. So
I do have the habit, yeah. So for the first one to be on a podcast is great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
ALYPH, I'm pretty sure you have a lot to say because I've saw a couple of your interviews over the years, and I think you have some sort of lawak-lawak you here and there.
What do I say to that?
Say, yeah, I'm funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're here.
Give you the wrong idea. I don't want people like, hey, ALYPH, hey, tell me a joke.
Honestly, I feel like you have great humor. You're very intellectual. I also saw a video of your teleprompter thing you did at an award show. Yeah, it went viral for some reason. It came to KL juga. So macam, okay, cools.
Thank you guys.
But anyways, we're here to celebrate something really momentous for AbangSapau. You just released an album called AbangSapau.
Yeah.
What is the meaning behind your name, AbangSapau?
Wow. I was always the fat guy growing up.
Okay.
So in Singapore, I think here you call it Abang Sado.
Oh, so
right?
that's what it means.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so
understandable.
when they call me Abang Gemuk, they will call me AbangSapau.
Faham.
So that became my Instagram username. And then when I became an artist, I was like, okay lah, just pakai my username lah.
Faham,
So
Abang
that's what
Sapau.
happened.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Because when I was doing my research about Abang Sapau, I was like, what slang is this? I mean, the nature of your album, Abang Sapau is very deep and I would say emotionally intellectual, I would say.
Okay.
But tell me more about Singapore's dating scene. Because in comparison, sebab your song, Boom Bada Bada is very yearning coded. Like can I say?
I mean, he's been out the game for a while.
Yeah.
You don't have to blow up the spot. This guy's a snitch.
I don't know much about the dating scene. I would imagine it's because it's very fast pace of life over there. I think everyone's just like, okay, let's just get this done. Let me schedule this date to be part of my schedule. And then blah blah. I don't know. I think everything's just kind of quick and just kind of.
Do people just want to get married ASAP? Ataupun just like, let's see where this goes, situationships and all that.
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
Honestly,
we're both
I'm
clueless
out.
here because Malaysia pun sama. I don't know what's going on over here too. Now, I mean, you guys dropped a song called Boom Bada Bada again.
Yeah.
And what I took away from the music video is I imagine that song being the moment where you realize like, oh my God, oh no, I'm falling in love, right? So what does it take for a guy to be vulnerable to a girl?
Wow. I think it takes a certain level of chemistry. Like when you just feel like you can open up to each other about stuff like that. Yeah, just as long as you're someone who can listen and can kind of reciprocate that kind of energy, yeah, you'll feel natural. I feel.
Understand.
Yeah.
What about you, ALYPH? Like, what does it take for a guy to be vulnerable to a girl?
It's really character.
The guy's character or the girl's
Yeah,
character?
it's not something you can teach, I think.
Oh.
Or something you can learn. It's just the way it is.
How honest he wants to be or how much he wants to put out.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
he has...
what I think.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you think about guys who put their hearts on their sleeves? Because most of the time, guys are very much closed up when it comes to telling they like a girl. What do you think about that?
I think it's cool, man. I think it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're done with being nonchalant.
It's overrated.
Exactly.
Nonchalance overrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what you mean, but
Be chalant.
don't be like a sensitive, like I feel everything all the time kind of person.
Yeah.
But,
Have some sort of control.
when it's the time, it's what's on your mind.
Yeah. I think we're done being nonchalant because I think in this day and age, it's so boring to be nonchalant, to be honest. It's best to be chalant. But
Apologies to the people who are nonchalant by like natural causes.
That's the OG nonchalant. Like, this is not about them. OG nonchalants are the ones that
We're born like that.
I feel like he's an OG nonchalant. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like he's been like, there's people who are nonchalant because of aura points. They want aura points. But like, they're fighting their true nature. I've tried being nonchalant. It's hard. It's cool
He's
because
explaining the science. He's explaining the
ALYPH.
science behind.
it is a science. It's a science. It's a whole science, bro.
As a former nonchalant guy, ALYPH, how did you get out from being nonchalant?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's an OG nonchalant. Meaning, he's still nonchalant.
Look, okay,
you see how he answers like, I think, it's like he's built like that. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
can see it.
The nonchalance of today's day and age are inspired by the OG nonchalance. You know what I mean?
Stop.
So he's like the arbiter of nonchalance.
I got a joke.
What is it? That you're actually chalant? Okay, guys. Speaking about being vulnerable and nonchalant and chalant, whatever, AbangSapau, I was reading your Instagram and you mentioned about, while being an artist, right, you also balance having a part-time job.
Yeah.
You were washing dishes, you were peeling eggs, and you were also changing diapers of like patients at a hospital, So some people also said that you were their idol while you were, washing dishes, cleaning tables and all of that. So tell me more about this duality of life that you were living or still living. I don't know.
It's been over a year ago already. But that time was pretty funny because I would go to the studio and feel like, I'm AbangSapau, and then after I finished recording a song, I would change the sarong. I'll like take off my Superman cape and just put on black pants and go to work. And there's this really funny time where like one time I was serving kaya toast, and so I was like cleaning the sandwich station at this restaurant, and then this guy came up to me. He was like, "Hey, are you AbangSapau?" And I was like shocked because I was wearing my headnet, I wasn't wearing my sarong, So I was like, yeah, I am, And he's like, "Do you mind if I FaceTime my son real quick?" Then he proceeds to FaceTime his son. I take out my hand and I try to look like as AbangSapau as possible, And his son was like, "Oh, you're my biggest idol, my inspiration." And here I am, like serving kaya toast in the morning, So that was quite a wild duality, but it kind of gave me a lot of perspective also. Like sometimes you judge yourself a lot, Sometimes people will just see you how they want to see you, and it doesn't take away any of your value, no matter what you're doing, because you still, if you're an inspiration and you're washing dishes at the same time, it doesn't take away from you being inspiration or and all of these things, So,
I think, in other words, also it kind of motivates you to do better in your craft.
Yeah,
because you get to talk to
that made me
real life
hungry.
people,
Like, I mean, I'm hungry most of the time, but like it made me hungry. Like, it made me like, okay, I really gotta show these people. Like, I gotta do this boy justice,
Yeah. I mean, like to live such not drastic, but different ends of the spectrum when it comes to your job, your careers at the time. I think that really builds character in a way. Did you feel like your plot was thickening while you were doing that?
The lore was expanding for sure. Because like then I would like finish a shift, and then after that, okay, put the Superman cape back on, go to a show, everyone's like, AbangSapau, but then when I go to work, it's just a bunch of old uncles who have no clue who I am or what I'm doing, and then maybe there'll be like one dishwasher who like kind of knows what I do. That I show him videos on YouTube. He's like, baik budak ni boleh rap, and it's like, it's such a cool duality, and it definitely builds character for sure. Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, as a person, I also used to work back end juga, basuh pinggan and all that. And to, I guess you with that kind of background growing up also, it just helps you appreciate art better and you storytell better, I'm guessing.
It makes you appreciate life better.
Yeah, exactly. So what was the toughest thing that you had to battle, in your head while you were doing all this side hustle? I mean, to me, as many times you fall down, you pick yourself up many times because of how much you went through, straying away from your dreams, and now you are here. So what was the toughest thing that went through your head while you were balancing those two?
I think it was just wondering whether I was making a wrong decision or not, committing to this kind of career, especially like from where we're from. When you're a fat guy who's wearing a sarong rapping and you're based in Singapore, it's like people call you crazy for that, and sometimes I'm just like, yo, with it right, should I have done something else?
Did it really got through you?
Many times it got to me, but then after each shift, I would go in the MRT, put on the earpiece and just start writing songs. So during that whole period, I wrote like almost 300 songs. Like every day I was just writing. So I think that kept me going. And eventually it came to a point that I realized, okay, no, this is what I want to do, and if I gotta, deal with some things in the process, then that's part of the journey lah.
Well, I would say like that's really something that I think you will bawa all the way till the end of your career or forever, forever, I would say. So, some people I know, they want the easy route up to the top. So for someone who didn't achieve success that way, besides working for survival, why did you do it for the plot?
I think life is fun when you have a lot of plot.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like there's so much lore you can share, and then at the same time, like I think I like to approach writing from the perspective of my own life also. And when there's more to talk about, there's more to process, there's more to share.
Yeah, and I think people relate to hardships better.
Yeah, it's real.
They'll latch on to your
It's
songs
real.
or your storytelling better.
Yeah.
Betul tak, Alif?
Yeah.
You see, like bro, that's OG nonchalant.
I know, I can see it now. I'm observing.
You get it, right?
Tunggu lah, nanti one day we'll both be very nonchalant. Wait for us, Alif.
Yeah.
We'll be on the other side with you. But Alif, I mean, you must feel the same way. I mean, you have been in this industry for such a long time. I mean, you were in Sleek. I mean, still in Sleek since 2005. Okay, how different did people treat you when Swipe blew up in 2022?
I didn't really notice
any difference.
Yeah, I was so proud and happy for Swipe and whatever it did. But I don't know. I was really I was working on the next song.
What was the next song after
Check?
Swipe?
That was Check. After, so if I try to recall, right, I can't remember if I had a moment where I was like, oh, it's different now. Yeah, I was planning for the music video and I was working on the next song.
Yeah, and I remember at the time when Swipe came out, to my knowledge, it was the first Malay song that went viral on TikTok, because that time TikTok baru nak naik kan. It was like, I think it was at a peak already.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't on TikTok.
You weren't on TikTok when Swipe went viral. So how did you find out?
I had a profile because like TikTok came to Malaysia in 2019 or something, I forgot. And I had a song with Sona. It was called Obvious. We had an album. And TikTok was like, we're new, so create TikTok profiles and we'll help promote the single Obvious and all this. So we were doing this, I don't know, stitching and like so I left it we left it there.
And then you came back in 2022
yeah,
to
we
find
left
out.
it there, and then when that happened, when Swipe was out, like a week, I think my manager called and she was like, you still remember the password to your account? I think you have to start now because something is happening now. Okay, and then I got back in and
You saw everything.
Yeah.
Back then, I mean, going through TikTok at the time, I mean, I think you know this, it was a lot of American music, young popular and all of that. I would say at the time, I was fairly new into getting to know you because I'm fairly younger at the time, so I didn't know much about Sleek and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm the new generation of, I guess, R&B consumers lah at the time. So I was like, whoa, who is this man? Okay, cool. Swipe. Kalau aku like, kalau tak like, swipe, I guess. But
You weren't with Fly yet?
yeah, I was not. I was just a girl, just going through uni and all that. And I saw Swipe and I was like, oh, okay. That song was such a big hit. And you have a lot of other, amazing songs as well. What did Datuk Sri Vida, did she say any words of wisdom when you were, recording her, talking to her?
No. But we did have a long drive in a car where we kind of shot content of like me interviewing her, asking her questions. She dropped some gems there. Like, it's up on my YouTube. You can go and check it out. I can't really recall exactly what she said, but it was a nice peek into how she is when there's no camera. I mean, there was a camera.
Yeah.
But the vibe was not her regular vibe where it's always...
She was more mellowed.
Yeah, it was just with me. So
wow. You unlocked that version of her.
I guess I bored her out or some shit. It's like asking me these questions, like, where are we going? Like, it's taking so long. Yeah, but yeah, it's up on there. I think she said some cool shit like there. So, yeah.
Well, I can imagine. I mean, I would love to be in a car with Datuk Sri Vida. Wouldn't you like to be in a car with Datuk
That'd
Sri
be
Vida?
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think you'll ask her?
Wow, I don't think I'll ask her anything. I'll just let her share whatever.
But what if she's nonchalant like ALYPH then?
I don't think.
Dude.
I don't know. I don't think she's not.
You see, it's cool because both of you worked with Joe Flizzo. It's mental kena kuat for you, AbangSapau. And ALYPH, you have a song called Sampai Jadi with Joe. So what was it like working with the OG in the rap game in Southeast Asia?
I've been saying this, like, I listen to Joe. Like, Joe, because it's Joe and his group, I started to believe that, I can make this music in this part of the world. So I think that says everything.
I come from a different generation than ALYPH, right? So I feel like I'm like 2 generations past Joe. So like when I first started, like when we were in school just rapping after class and everything, that's what we watch, all these 16 Baris episodes and all his music videos and stuff like that. Even his songs with ALYPH and everything. So when we first started working together, it still didn't feel real. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's still like, wow, this is happening. I would send pictures to like my friends who were rapping with me back then. They'll be like, oh my god, can't believe this is happening. Yeah, still doesn't feel like real. Even just sitting here next to ALYPH still doesn't feel real. But yeah, it's cool.
Wait, are you saying you're starstruck sitting next to ALYPH?
Dude, when I was 11
we're in a simulation. That's
I was 11 years old, 12 years old. I would like skip school a lot back then and go to like a computer LAN shop just to like play games, you know what I mean? So I would go there and I would open YouTube and I would blast Untuk Dia in the LAN by Slick, you know what I mean? And then so when we first met, I was like, yo, dude, I've been listening to this. I was like a boy, bro. Yeah.
How do you feel about that, ALYPH?
Nice.
Well, what did you say to AbangSapau when he said that to you first?
I swear to God, you don't know who's listening to your music. And that's the beautiful part about this whole thing. Like, when you're so into something, like if you're a tennis player, you're just so into the game, you don't know that the next future Olympian or Olympic swimmer, gold medalist was watching you as a tennis player when they were young. That information might never be delivered as well. So I guess this is the beauty of like just doing what you love, protecting what you love, and the world will just revolve. So we'll keep on moving, and you don't know what's going on, but maybe not good things come from it. But that's not the focus, is it? The focus is what we're doing.
True.
And are we giving it like 1,000,000,000,000,000%?
I mean,
that's
soon,
just me though.
Give it another 5, 6, 10 years, you'll have your mini AbangSapau as well coming up to you like, oh my god, you inspire me.
I mean, like the story about the dad and
the one who apprached you while you were making your kaya toast, kan?
Yeah, you never
was the
know
start of it.
that person becomes.
Nanti you tengok like, I used to buy kaya toast from you. I don't think you remembered, but yeah, I bought kaya toast.
These are the things we cannot control.
Yes.
That's life.
That's the beauty.
Cannot control shit. Right.
You mentioned a lot about your sarong being your Superman cape. What do you mean by that?
I mean, it kind of feels like most people recognize me by this. Like, you can see me like from miles away. It's like, oh yeah, the fat guy. Was like, oh, that's probably AbangSapau. So that's why I call it my Superman cape, bro. But it didn't start that way.
Do you think it's like a shield in a way, or it's just like, okay, this is to elevate me?
No, it started as an accident. Like this whole AbangSapau, sarong, everything, none of it was like intentional. Like AbangSapau, it was my nickname and then it became my username, right? Then it became my artist name. The sarong was just when I was in school at the time. I was in Polytechnic and there's no like uniform. Like you could wear whatever you want to school. So I just started wearing sarong to school. So when my grandfather passed, he had all these kind of play cards, right?
Yeah.
So it all just got passed to us like at home. So I just started wearing it to school. And then when it became time for me to become an artist, I tried doing the whole like jeans and But then as a big guy, in a tropical country, it's nice. To wear sarong out and about.
It's breezy.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I know that you're Malay and Sikh, and also you're big in size. So I bet there's a lot of stereotypes that came with that when you entered in this business. So what's the common misconception that people got, said about you?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think I've always loved who I am and where I come from. Yeah, I have a dad who's Punjabi who converted to Islam. And my mom's Malay. A lot of people ask me if I'm from if I'm Middle Eastern. So that's cool.
Okay.
But then I'll just be like, no, I'm Punjabi and Malay, you know. I like it. Yeah.
Faham.
I think so.
What's the big takeaway that you want people to get from your album AbangSapau?
Actually, the takeaway doesn't need to be big.
Okay.
It can be small. No, really. Because the album is quite diverse. And the reason why I called it AbangSapau is because I want it to just be a representation of me and all my influences and the things I like and everything. So sonically, it sounds very different. Some people might like some things and might not like some of the other stuff. You might like some of the pop singing stuff. You might not like some of the rapping stuff. You might like the experimental stuff. You might not like, so take whatever you want and go. It's fine. Yeah. If you like all of it, great. Appreciate it. Much love. But if not, it's fine. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Now, I have my final question, and this, I think, I would say the most controversial question I have out of all.
Okay.
Okay. Brace yourself, because tell me, what food can Singaporeans claim from Malaysia? Sorry, I had to ask.
Wow.
Alif, you have an answer locked in?
I'm out of the game.
Come on, don't do me like this. That's crazy. Wow, what? Okay, can you repeat the question?
What food?
You heard the question.
What food can Singaporeans claim?
Don't blow up my spot. What can we claim?
Look, there's two Singaporeans against one Malaysian
okay.
here.
Can I offer a nuanced opinion?
Okay. Oh, all right. Go off, King.
I feel like there is no claiming here.
Oh.
Look, we can compare Singapore nasi lemak, Malaysian nasi lemak, Singapore, whatever, Malaysia, whatever. But when I come to Malaysia and eat nasi lemak, I get a Malaysian taste bud kind of nasi lemak. But when I'm craving a Singapore taste bud nasi lemak, I go there. Who does Singapore nasi lemak better? Singapore. Who does Malaysian nasi lemak better? Malaysia. Done.
That's a very articulate answer to say, I don't know. And I don't want to answer. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here at Fly Malaysia Podcast. This is AbangSapau and ALYPH. We'll see you guys in the next episode.